What's going on, everybody? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy. This is going to be a silent enemies readings for the air signs of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for May 2022. I hope all is well with everybody. I want to thank you guys for coming to check out the video. And let's see what we got going on. So for those of you who are not familiar with the channel, the silent enemy, some people are thrown off by the title. The Silent Enemies reading is a reading that's designed for you to pay attention to your intuitive nudges when it comes to nudges you get for people who are closest to you. Friends, family, lovers, colleagues, business partners, things like that. And I call it silent enemies because sometimes, most of the times, the people who are closest to you, sometimes you have to be careful of. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, they're going to do something terrible to you. It just means that, ooh, you hear that? It means that, you need to be aware of your surroundings. You're a spiritual being here having a human experience, right? And while you're here to learn, a lot of the cues that are going to come to you in reference to where these lessons are coming from are going to come from your intuitive nudges. Because most of the lessons that we learn come from people closest to us, right? If you are just totally not awake at all, you may not understand that, and so you may think that this is negative. For people who are awake and understand that your spiritual journey includes lessons from the people closest to you, then you understand that it's very important to pay attention to your intuitive nudges when it comes to dealing with people closest to you, because there could be something that you need to be made aware of in reference to their intentions, okay? Sometimes their intentions are not directed at you. It could just be that they're going through some things, but you pick up on that frequency and you should pay attention to it, right? Because we also know that the people closest to us are sometimes the ones who have the most access to us and can put us in situations, whether they intend to or not, that may compromise what we're trying to do, all right? So you just want to be aware of what's going on. So I'm going to put 3 cards out, and we're going to talk about those energies. I'm going to tell you what I get intuitively, and then I'm going to clarify them, okay? So let's see what we get here. Messages for the air signs. Silent enemies readings. All right, May 2022. So we got 3 cards here. So the first card we have, it came out in reverse, is the create card. All right, create. The second card that comes out came out in reverse, is collaborate. They all came out in reverse. Collaborate. And then death came out in reverse. So let's talk about each one individually, and if the energies that I get resonate with you, as in your intuition may have been telling you something about that, then just investigate and take heed. What I would recommend for the silent enemy readings is that you actually check out the one from last month, because you could be watching this one right now for May, and you may not, experience this energy until in the future. We know that there's a such thing as divine timing. So when I write the dates on it, like May or June, it's just for inventory purposes to know when I recorded this. But we all know in the spiritual realm, timing is divine, as in, whenever it happens, it happens. So I would recommend you check out last month's silent enemy reading. Last month I did it for individual signs. Okay, this month I'm doing it for the elements only because we got a lot of planets in retrograde. The summertime is when all the planets go in retrograde, so I got to get your readings out for that. So I'm condensing things down. You're still getting the silence enemies reading, but you're getting it based on element. So when it comes to create here, this is showing up in reverse. So I feel like you could be in a situation here. Let's talk about if this is something going on with you, and then we'll talk about if it's something going on with someone around you. So if this is in reference to you, because you could be your own enemy and may not even know it just by the way you're conducting yourselves. You could be stifling yourself from, experiencing what you're supposed to experience here as far as your lessons. Now, with the create energy in reverse here, you could be in a situation or scenario where your creative energy is being blocked for whatever reason. Okay, it could be, a lot of times our creative energy is blocked because it's either us, something going on with us internally, or it's something that's going on external to us. So if this is something that's going on internally with you, you may want to look at why you are, feeling blocked. Some of you, the creative energy, it could be trying to manifest itself in a project, some type of endeavor, and you're really not sure why you're not able to produce. Maybe you're trying to write a book. Maybe you're trying to paint. Maybe you're trying to draw. Maybe you're trying to come up with that marketing pitch. But your creative energy, something is stagnant. So if it's you, then you may want to check, your diet, what you're eating, because that has a lot to play. You want to make sure you're getting sleep. If you don't exercise, you may want to exercise. That has a lot to do with getting your creative juices flowing. Exercise, okay. Now, if it's and maybe meditation may help. Maybe you need to meditate, or maybe you're doing a lot. Air signs, you guys, if you doing too much thinking and over analyzing things, because you can go from one extreme to the other. You could just basically just be in a moment where you're airheaded to the other extreme where you're overthinking, over analyzing, and you got so many thoughts and you can't figure out what's what. So you want to be in a happy medium. And so in order for you to create, and so in order for you to do that, you got to check the things that I talked about. And then you also want to check out what's going on with the people around you. Who are you around that is stagnating your creative energy? For example, if you have something that you're trying to do and you're explaining to someone, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I want to do A, B, and C, and they're telling you, don't do that. Or, for example, you could be wanting to write a book, and the subject of your book could be something that other people have written about. Of course, there's other things out there. There's a lot of books out there about similar subjects. So you could be telling someone, hey, I'm going to write a book about blah blah blah, and they may say, why write a book about that? There's tons of books about out there about that already. So that could be you listening to other people, allowing them to stagnate your creative energy. Okay. It could also be that maybe you're hanging out with the wrong types of people. Okay, hanging around the wrong types of people, people who are unmotivated, people who are constantly trying to get you to do things for them. If you're running around doing things for everybody else, when do you have time to sit down and create? When do you have time to tap into those creative energies of yours, so that, to see what it is that you can do? Some of you, you may want to take advantage of the energies that we're coming out of, as far as the lunar eclipse that was in Scorpio, the full moon lunar eclipse that was in Scorpio, and try to get rid of any toxic energy, whether it's internal within you or external to you, that could keep you from moving forward. Okay. But this energy, this creative energy, is blocked in some way, shape, or form, and you want to find out why that is. Okay. If you're around people who are not on the same page as you, as far as they don't have goals of their own, then they could be stagnating you, just being around them, knowing that they're not doing anything productive, and you're constantly around them. Unless you're teaching or educating these people, you may want to limit the time that you are around them, because they could be just zapping you of your energy. And also, it could be somebody that you're sleeping with. Okay. If they're not motivated and they don't have creative juice, they could be zapping you of your creative energy. So these are some of the things you need to be careful about in reference to what zaps your creative energy. Let's talk about the second card, collaborate. So this is in reverse. So if this is internal with you, you could be in a position where you're not collaborating with your higher self. Your higher self could be telling you you're supposed to go this direction, and yet the 3D world, your conscious mind, is pulling you someplace else. And so as a result, you could be, basically going in circles, wondering why things are happening the way they are, why you don't have any control in what's going on, or you feel like you're losing control. You feel like you can't pinpoint or put your foot on anything in particular. It's most likely because your higher self is telling you to do something, and the 3D realm is telling you to do the opposite. It's really interesting, the energies that we have, which is what allows for free will, excuse me. Your higher self is saying, okay, this is what you should do, but then you're here on the 3D realm, and there's things that you need to do, or there's ways or customs that happen in the 3D realm, and then when they clash, this is when you get energy of, damn, what am I doing? Why are things not going my way? What can I do? So it could be that you're not collaborating with your higher self. If this is external to you, then it could be that you're not collaborating, or there's somebody around that you are participating in activities with, or you're dealing with, that you should not. Okay, because the collaboration came out in reverse, meaning that this is somebody you should not be collaborating with. Now, I was just talking to you about the creative energy here in reference to what was external to you. So if there's people around you, like I said, who are draining on your energy, people who don't have a purpose, people who don't care about what it is that you do, and they don't respect your purpose, especially if you've articulated that this is what you do versus what you don't do. If you have people who disregard you and disrespect you, and you're still collaborating with them, this may be why you are not able to create, which means you're not able to manifest. Okay, so you definitely want to consider the people around you. Okay, also your thoughts. Okay, what kind of thoughts are you entertaining versus what you're not entertaining? That's another thing. Another thing is the thoughts that you may have, are you focused on them, or are you just, oh, this is a thought, I'm going to try this, and then tomorrow another thought, and I'm going to try that. Now, rules, Mercury is air energy, okay, and Mercury is in retrograde. All right, so you may want to pay attention to where Mercury is in retrograde in your chart. So for you, Gemini, of course, it's in your first house. Aquarius, what is it? Let me see. Aquarius is your fifth house. Gemini is your first house. Libra is your ninth house. So first, fifth, and ninth houses. The first house is all about you and how you stand your ground and how you command, your respect as far as how you see yourself and how you project yourself so others see you. Your fifth house has to do with your creative energy. So I could be talking to Aquarius in reference to your lack of creative energy. And fifth house, we could be talking about, of course, the creative energy, because that's what the fifth house is. But we could also be talking about people that you may be having flings with, right? Because the fifth house deals with flings, fetishes, any type of relationship that's other than a long term committed one. So if you're having flings and fetishes with people, sleeping with people, participating in strange sexual energies or activities, that could be blocking your creative energy, collaborating with people you shouldn't collaborate with, right? Um, and that could be what's going on too. All right, so Libra, that for you, 12, 11, 10, 9, that's your ninth house. So your ninth house is reference to, if you're collaborating with people who are not on the same spiritual energy as you, or they're not spiritual in general, and you are sharing, exchanging energies with these people, sleeping with them, or you're in an environment where people don't respect your religious or spiritual views, that could be why you're not able to manifest as well, why you're not able to create. So take that into consideration. All right, you hear the sirens out here, so that means that that's something you may want to consider. Now we have the death energy in reverse here. So this is telling me, for some of you, you could be going through a transformation. A lot of us are going through transformation right now, because we are leaving. We're just entering in to the Taurus North Node, Scorpio South Node energies. So a lot of us are going through transition now, letting go and shedding uh, of energies that we no longer need, that are no longer useful to us, clearing out karmic lessons from the last 18-month lunar cycle that just closed out. We're still in the energies of the lunar, the lunar eclipse, full moon in Scorpio, resolving toxic energies, getting rid of toxic thoughts, patterns, ideas, or people who are toxic to us, and moving forward. Well, some people are still dealing with people that they should have cut ties with. Or if it's internal to you, you're still participating in activities that are keeping you stagnant from transforming, from going through your metamorphic stage, from going from ascending from one level to another, or from learning from a karmic lesson so that you can move on to the next one. So the death energy in reverse tells me that somebody's very stagnant in that energy. They're not allowing themselves to move forward for whatever reason. Sorry about that. So I should have turned my phone off. I didn't turn it off. But it's 5 o'clock rush hour. I got the window open, so you're gonna hear the sirens. I live near a hospital, so it is what it is. So yeah, with the death energy here, again, this is stagnant energy here. So somebody, like I said, if this is internal to you, you could be keeping from transforming, whether you're not letting go of people, places, things, or ideas that you should be letting go of, not taking advantage of that full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio energy that we're still ruminating off of. Okay, because that was only what, the 15th of May, the 16th of May. So here it is, today is the 25th, so that's only 10 days out. you know um that energy is still potent because it was a lunar. You can still use these energies to transform, to let go of people, places, ideas, and mentalities that stop you from transforming, transcending, and moving on to the next elevated level of your spiritual ascension, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, you need to be careful. Not learning from Libra, if for you it's not learning from the past, not learning from history, not learning from the experiences that you had. For Aquarius, is your creative energy could be blocked because you're dealing with people, places, things, and ideas that you should let go of. Gemini, you may need to stand your ground against opposing ideas, thoughts, or ideas or people who are coming in, to keep you from manifesting. Now let's get some clarity. That's what I was picking up intuitively. Now let's pull some cards and see what else you need to watch out for with this energy for as far as the creative energy in reverse. Clarify creative energy for my air signs, please. What could be hindering them from creating? What kind of silent enemy is in their life, whether it's a person, place, thing, idea, mentality that's keeping them from being able to create, which in turn keeps them from manifesting? Okay, so for some of you, definitely dabbling into drugs and alcohol. So if you're definitely trying to create, some of you are dabbling in drugs and alcohol, and it's not helping you. For others, it could be overeating. All right, but that's what's keeping you stagnant from creating. Okay, so be careful of that. You may need to cut back on the drugs and the alcohol, whatever it is that you're doing, because it's keeping you from being able to manifest, being able to create. For others of you, yeah, there's lessons here, karmic lessons that you did not wrap up, and so as a result, your creativity in some way, shape, or form is going to be stagnant. Because we have the Nine of Cups here, the Hermit energy, the World in reverse, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So some of you you're frustrated because you're not able to create or manifest what it is that you truly want. And if that is the case, then it's because you need to change some of your habits and patterns. For some of you, it's health related with the Hermit energy here, okay, and with the Nine of Cups. So you could be overeating, like I said. For some of you, Aquarius, you have that energy in your fifth house, so you could be overindulging in food, drinks, alcohol, sex, drugs, what have you. Gemini, you have this energy in your first house, so it could be that you're just getting high, all right, or getting too high at this point where you need to slow it down so that you can manifest and create what you want. Libra, it could be that you're still indulging in habits and patterns that you already know. With that ninth house energy, you've already experienced this and you have wisdom from this. You already know that this is not for you, but yet you may continue to participate in this behavior or surround yourself with people, places, and things that you've already experienced negative energy from. You already know that's what it is. And I say that because the world energy is in reverse. That is Saturn energy. Saturn is all about wrapping up karmic cycles. Saturn's going in retrograde on June 2nd. So you're already feeling these energies in the house of Aquarius. Okay, so with the Eight of Wands here in reverse, that's a lot of frustration and aggravation. And it's frustration and aggravation because whoever you are, no matter where it's affecting you, there's a karmic lesson that has not been resolved. And it's not resolved because you're not changing your habits, you're not changing your patterns, you're not making something a priority. For some of you, it's your health. You're not making your health a priority. And once you make your health or your happiness, whatever makes you happy, you're not making that a priority. And so until you do, you're going to continue to be in a situation where you're not going to be able to create, therefore you're not going to be able to manifest. I'm going to clarify these two major arcana, and then we'll move on to collaborate. What's the Hermit energy here for my air signs? What's the Hermit energy, please? Tell me about this Hermit energy, please. Thank you. Tell me about this world energy in reverse. So we got Saturn, heavy energy here. Oops. Hold on, I dropped the card. Ooh. Alright, tell me about the Saturn energy and retrograde here. What's the Saturn energy? Alright, we got another major arcana of the Hierophant. Now I need to clarify that. I don't like to leave major arcana unclarified. Okay. So we got that clarified. So let's talk about this Hermit energy. Like I said, changing your priorities, making sure you take better care of your health. We have that clarified with the Capricorn energy of the devil. That came out in reverse. So like I said, for some of you, you are indulging, especially with this Nine of Cup here, you're indulging. And some of you are walking away from that, though. You're walking away from either a karmic relationship with the devil energy, or you're walking away from whatever it is that you're addicted to. All right, or whatever it is that you were indulging in, whether it's overeating, whether it's drugs, alcohol, whatever it was. Clarify this devil energy in reverse, please. But this is it, it's in reverse, so it, and with the Hermit energy, so it's showing me that you know you need to walk away from this. All right, this is something that you're aware of, but you're not listening to your intuition about it, or, you know, your intuition should be screaming at you about walking away from this. Yeah, we have that clarified with the strength energy in reverse. Some of you, you have a weakness for this. Okay, for a lot of you, it's sex. All right, somebody you're sleeping with, Aquarius, somebody you're sleeping with, Libra, somebody who has some type of control over you, or something that has some type of control over you. Gemini, this is something where it's overpowering you. You're not standing your ground. What is the strength energy in reverse, please? We got all these major arcanas here because this is major. You need to close out this karmic cycle in order for you to manifest what it is that you want. Some of you may not be happy. Yeah, here's the Ace of Wands. Listening to your intuition. Some of you are not getting the things that you want in life, and you're frustrated with this Eight of Wands in reverse, and you don't understand why. It's because you're still participating in some type of behavior or activity, or dealing with people that you're not supposed to be dealing with, and your intuition has told you this. All right. With this world energy, we have the Hierophant energy in reverse. Some of you, it's family members. All right, disloyal family members that with the King of Swords, you know you need to cut off. And it may be difficult to do so because these are family members. And so, unfortunately, like I said, on a spiritual level, for those of you who are truly on your spiritual journey, you know that you are a spirit having a human experience. You have to come down in human form because that's the only way you're able to get your experiences in and your lessons learned on this realm. You have to be in a physical body to be here to do it, right? And so you have to still keep in contact with your higher self, which is your intuitive nudges, okay? And for some of you, you're getting intuitive nudges with the Ace of Wands, and you know what you need to do, but you still keep indulging because this has control over you with the strength energy in reverse. So what I would do if I were you is, like I said, we're still in the strong energies of that Scorpio lunar eclipse, full moon energy, where you can do spiritual baths to help you, and you just pray and ask to have any negative energy or any negative hold on you to remove from you. Some of the things I say, for example, I'll say thank you, and of course I'll ask that any negative energies from any negative entity that are sent to me from any dimension be blocked, removed, and returned to the sender. So you can repeat something like that while you're doing a spiritual bath. You don't even have to have anything elaborate. You can just get some Epsom salt and some warm water. In hot water, just put it hot enough so that the salt melts, and then let the water cool down so that you're able to get in it. But you still want it to be hot enough so that you can tolerate it, and then soak in the tub. And just chant your affirmations, okay? Rinse yourself. You can also find spiritual baths to buy from whoever sells things that people that you trust, okay? But do spiritual baths. You may want to do a detox. You may want to just eat fruits and vegetables for a month to help build up your spiritual strength, because this is what the problem is for some of you. You don't have the spiritual strength with the devil and the strength energy, both in reverse. It's very difficult for you to beat this, whatever it is, whether it's an addiction, or whether it's somebody who has a strong sexual hold on you. For a lot of you, that's what it is. You're dealing with somebody who has a strong hold on you. For others of you, it's family members, or it could be somebody that you're in a relationship with in some way, shape, or form. For others of you, it could be a job also. I do see that here. A job that you're at is not allowing you because you're so tired. You're probably working your ass off at this job. So by the time you come home, you can't work on whatever it is that you want to work on, that creative part of you, because you're so tired and exhausted. Some of you could be so frustrated and angry with your job, you come home and drink or smoke, to try to calm your nerves and things like that. But it's paying the bills, so you feel like you're trapped and you're attached to it. So, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to handle this, but you know what needs to be done, right? So if it's no more than looking for another job, or finding other ways to deal with the stress of whatever it is that you're dealing with, or to cut back on who you're sleeping with, not having so many sex partners or one night stands or situationships that drains your energy as well. I'm also talking to the men. So don't think that it's just, you're draining your life force, by sleeping with random women. They're not doing anything but stealing your energy and your life force from you. So you got to be careful as well, you know. So that's something you need to consider if your money's running short, if your health is deteriorating, if you feel frustrated and angry because things are not going your way. All right, let's move on to collaboration. Collaborate in reverse. Tell me what's going on with the air signs, okay? What else do we have for the air signs for collaborating? Okay, lack of collaboration in your life. or there's somebody around that you should not be collaborating with that you are. That could be part of the reason why you're not able to manifest and get the things that you want in life. So we have the Page of Swords, the Hangman energy in reverse, the Nine of Coins in reverse, and the Six of Wands. So in reference to collaboration, some of you, you have confirmed that there's somebody that you're dealing with who is suspect, that you should not be dealing with this person. They're deceitful and they're a traitor. And you have found this out, or your intuition is telling you this. Clarify this hangman energy, please, in reverse. The hangman energy in reverse is someone who's deceitful. You pull the wool over your off of your eyes, you pull off the rose-colored glasses, and you see this person for who they are, and that's what the Page of Swords is. All right, we have that clarified with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so some of you, you realize this. This is somebody who already betrayed you. Okay, and this could be, if you're still tied to this person in some way, shape, or form, they either did the dirt and you don't realize they did it. I feel like for some of you, this is what this is: the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Hangman energy in reverse. They did the dirt, but and you didn't know this at one point, but your intuition with the Page of Swords is telling you something's up. So you may find this out. This person could have stole money from you, okay, with the Nine of coin in reverse and the Six of Wands. They could have got over on you in some way, shape, or form. Could have stole money from you, or this is somebody who maybe you slept with, and they didn't, they slept with you and drained your energy. Some of you are realizing that you're collaborating with people that you should not. So this one is pretty straightforward here, okay? They're stealing your money, whether it's you collaborating with them and as a result you're losing money if you're hanging out with them, having sex with them, or what have you. Some of you are dealing with someone who's not even available. They could be dealing with someone else or married to someone else, and they could just be looking at you as a notch on their belt. So be careful with, who you're doing business with, who you are sleeping with. Just be careful, okay? You know who this person is. Your intuition is going off. And if you don't, you may eventually, it'll come to you, okay? Let's talk about this death energy in reverse here. So this is also an energy of, I want to use a different deck. This is also an energy of stagnation, not going through transformation, okay? Why are you not going through transformation? What's holding you back? Let's clarify that. All right, so we got the Six of Swords reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. So again, some of you are dealing with family members, okay, who are keeping you stuck, okay, or some of you are feeling stuck with someone that you're married to, or a job. What else do we have here? Yeah, we have the Temperance energy and the King of Pentacles. So yeah, you have to bring balance with this situation, and there's for some of you, it does have to do with a job, okay? The Temperance energy is the Sagittarius energy, so I know for you, Libra, your ninth house is what we're dealing with. So that has to do with bringing balance to a situation. For some of you, it could be a partner that you're married to. You feel stuck in a marriage. Some of you may be stuck in a relationship that you may not even be married to this person. You could have just been with them for a long period of time. You could have children with this person. But for some of you, you're not married to them, or if you are, they're cheating on you. Okay, and some of you know this, but yet you stay with this person. It could be because of finances with the King of Coins. This person could be somebody who provides, so you allow this person to disrespect you and do you dirty and cheat on you because they pay the bills, right? And this is why you're not this is your cycle here that you're in. And with the death energy, remember that deals with other people's energy. So it's usually somebody you're having sex with, all right, or other people's money. So this could be somebody you work for, okay, or you're working with to make money, because the eighth house deals with money and sex, okay. So let's clarify this Hierophant energy in reverse, because the Six of Swords is there in reverse. Some of you feel stuck at this dead-end job. I don't know if you're looking for other jobs, but you may want to start looking for other jobs if you feel that way, especially if this is a job that's not allowing you to come home and be able to do the things you want to do. Yeah, here's the Queen of Pentacle energy in reverse. So some of you, like I said, you're in a relationship or you're in a situationship with somebody, whether you're married to them or not, whether you have kids with them or not, staying around for the finances, okay, with the Queen of Pentacle energy in reverse. Some of you are stuck with your child's mother or your child's father, and you're not leaving the relationship for whatever reason. It could be because of money. What's this Temperance energy? Temperance energy clarified with the Knight of Swords. Yeah. So again, this is an energy here of I just feel the energy of people communicating with people on a need to know basis, speaking to them when they only need to. It's like you're tolerating this, but at the same time, this is something that you're not happy with. So until you do something about these things or these situations here, or come out of these relationships or these toxic situations, the universe, you're gonna continue to be frustrated. And as more of the planets go into retrograde, you're gonna start, we're probably already, a lot of us are already looking back at what's going on in the past. The planets go in retrograde every summer. They start at the spring, okay? And so if you look back, Aquarius, Saturn was in Aquarius last year. Pluto was in Pluto was in retrograde in Capricorn last year. So look in the playlist, because I was just looking to make sure. Look in the playlist for last year to look for Saturn in retrograde. I'm gonna do Saturn in retrograde readings for you individual signs, and just compare the difference to what went on last year versus what's going on now. If you're still in the same situations and same scenarios, and you're still not happy from last year to this year, then that is a hint to you of what you need to change in your life. All right. So that's what I got for you, air signs, for your silent enemies reading for the month of May. If you need a personal, my information's in the box below. Feel free to reach out. I appreciate you guys coming to check out the video. You guys are the bomb. All right, be cool out here. The energies are starting to change up. The temperature's heating up out here, as well as with people's mentalities and their energies. So make sure you do things to keep your vibration high. All right, stop watching the news so damn much, because that's a lot of what's gonna, cause aggravation and stress and misinformation. Stop watching the news. Take good care of your health, and listen to your intuition and do what's right in reference to what your higher self is telling you. All right, so I'm gonna do. Who am I doing next? I'm gonna do Earth signs. So if you want to give me a few minutes, I'm gonna sage the cards, and then I'm gonna come back through, and I'm gonna do the fire. I'm sorry, the Earth signs next for silent enemies. All right, air signs. See you later.